Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to Light Talks Football and welcome to a live stream of both the Premier League predictions and the deadline transfer window. 1 minute, guys, while I just quickly oh god. Where is that all right, guys. Give me a minute because I'm just trying to get up the predictions. Predict addict. Okay, there we go. Predict addict. Right, sign in. Hmm? Sorry, guys. Predictions. There we go. Much better. All right, and then I'll just bring this down here, and then we'll take it from there. Right, here we go. All right, guys. So sorry about that. So yeah, welcome to your what's going on here? I'm trying to there we go. So yeah, welcome to your live Premier League predictions and also the deadline transfer daily. So over the next hour, I'll be giving you guys information about Chelsea and all of that stuff. So there's in terms of Victor Osimhen, we've only got an hour. If if we don't get it done, he's might most likely to stay, and that means that we're not going to get a striker this summer. And these owners, if that happens, I'm going to give the transfer window probably like a 6.5 out of 10 because it sounds good players likes of Felix, the likes of Neto and all that stuff, but not getting a centre back and not getting a striker is absolutely ridiculous. These owners have spent so much time here, so much time on getting Victor Osimhen, and now it looks like he's going to be staying for Napoli. It's an absolute disgrace. And you know the worst thing is, Ivan Tony is off because yesterday there were some rumors that could happen, but guess what? He's going to Al Hilal. So him going to Chelsea is impossible. So now we're not going to get any striker unless these owners here do what Victor Osimhen wants. They want him to get at least 300 grand a week. Now it may be too much, but that's what he likes. But these owners doesn't want that to happen. They really don't. So for me, it looks like he'll be staying. So I'm very disappointed because the fact that he got Mark Gui and also Bojo as well. Like they did him going to Ipswich Town could still happen, but over the next hour, I doubt that. So the fact that we haven't got an experienced striker tells you everything about this recruitment team. You spend so much time here, but then instead you just let us fail and not get any striker. It's an absolute disgrace. So yeah, so guys, about 20 minutes ago, we have the Here We Go from Fabrizio Romano. Let me just quickly get it up for you guys. So Jadon Sancho to Chelsea is a Here We Go. And that means that Raheem Sterling could be on his way to Manchester United, but I haven't heard anything about that one. So let me just quickly give you guys that. So 1 minute. So yeah, here we go, guys. So let me just share you this screen. Let me just share this screen, which is this one. So let me share it. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me, and then this one will be better. So guys, no. So there we go. Let me make it. So yeah, there we go. So as you can see, breaking news: Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. Here we go, and it's a loan deal with an obligation to apply clause agreed between the clubs. Sancho's already said yes, as he wanted to for the Chelsea move. Deal now agreed. Man United accept the proposal, and the deal is set to be signed. So listen, so listen. That means Jadon Sancho to Chelsea is a loan deal. So by the end of next season, if Jadon Sancho does well for Chelsea, then we will have to buy him from of Manchester United. But if he doesn't do well, then he's most likely to head back to Manchester United. As it stands right now, Jadon Sancho is a loan deal with an obligation to buy. So that'll be the decision by the club in terms of deadline transfer day in 2025, started in June to the end of August. So if you're a Chelsea fan, let me know in the chat. Are you happy with this signing? And like I said to Charlene and KG, for me, I wouldn't mind. I mean, many people don't want him, and I do get that because he's got too many players, but I do. But the big question is for me, where does he play for Chelsea? Does he play on the left wing? Does he play on the right wing? Or does he play in the number 10? But for me, many people ask this, and I've been saying to them, listen, Chelsea are going to get injuries because look what happened last season. No Nkunku, no Lavia, no Reece James, no Kukuea most of the time. You know, no Madueke, no Kali Chukwuemeka, no Caicedo, no Enzo. We had so many injuries last season. So listen, Neto, like I said, the only thing I'm worried about him is he's injury prone. And if he does get injured, then I think Jadon Sancho is going to be getting games, you know? So, since we got Crystal Palace game on Sunday, do I think he's going to be in the Chelsea squad? I don't think so. Maybe the next game in the Premier League, maybe after the international break, because Chelsea got the Crystal Palace, then we got the international break. So after that, I feel like he will be. I think he will be part of the squad. So that'll be after the international break and not the Crystal Palace game. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, listen, if Jadon Sancho comes in for Chelsea, will we able to see the Dortmund Jadon Sancho? I hope so. But I think for me, he is far better than Mudryk because when it comes to Mudryk, he has great pace. He can make great ones. But when it comes to decision making, is terrible. Just like Raheem Sterling, you know, that's why you can understand why Sterling wants to leave. And I'm hearing rumors that Mudryk wants to be on loan for another club. But what I've heard from now is that it's not going to happen. So it looks like Mudryk is going to be staying. But with Jadon Sancho coming in, I don't think the manager trusts him. And I feel like he trusts Jadon Sancho. So if Neto does get injured, which God forbid that doesn't happen, but we all know that we had injuries last season, then I think Jadon Sancho will be the backup for Neto because and many people say he can play as a right wing. Now, to me, I don't know. For me, the way I saw for me, I saw Jadon Sancho for Dortmund and he plays better on the left wing. So that's why for me, I think his best position is the left wing. If he can play on the right wing, then I don't mind. I really don't mind. But for me, for now, I think the left wing position is best for him. So, what would you guys make of that one? Let me just grab a drink of water. 1 minute. So yeah. Also, I'm going to be sharing the screen for the clock as well. So let me just get the countdown timer. Give me 1 second because I'm just gonna tell you guys how long we've got. So countdown timer. All right. So let me see. So let me calculate this. So we got about 45 minutes, and then should we go full screen? Yeah, 45 minutes left. All right. So let me go and share. Can I share another screen? Or is it? Oh, okay, I can't. Okay. Okay, I'll put the clock when I finish with the Jadon Sancho. All right, so 1 minute. Get back to this one. All right, so let's just see. So now 45 minutes starts from now. So we got 40. Oh shit. So we got 45 minutes to go. So let me see. Set. And then let me click start. 1 minute, guys, and then I'll get back to you now. There we go. So we got 45 minutes to go. So there we go. So these owners have got 45 minutes to get a striker. Otherwise, we're doomed. Forget about top four and forget about anything because if we don't get a striker, we are doomed. And we seriously need to get one because Mark Guru is young and he still ain't good enough. Jackson cannot play as a false nine. He's not good enough. Who else? Boja ain't good enough. I want this guy gone. So the fact that we have no striker, the likes of Victor Osimhen and Ivan Tony, is a disgrace. I hope in the Johnny transfer window we do get him, but we'll have to wait and see. But of the next 44 minutes, it looks like it's not going to happen. But yeah, Jadon Sancho to Chelsea is a here we go. So if there's any more breaking news, then I'll see what happens. Is there a way I can on to also get the timer as well? Let me can I add in another one? Yeah, let me add in another one. All right, and then oh no, let me not leave. Let me not leave. Oh, you can't do it. Okay, okay, for now I'll just be doing this. There we go. All right. So yeah, this is how long we've got, man. So if there's any more breaking news, I will share it on the screen. So that's how long we've got for now. So we've got 42 minutes. So guys, while this happens, if there's any breaking news, I will be telling you and I will be sharing it on the screen. So there we go. So for now, let's just quickly move on into the prediction. So let me get back to me. So let's move on into this weekend's Premier. Sorry. Let's move on into this weekend's Premier League prediction. So any more news about Chelsea? I will get it done. So it looks like Victor Osimhen will be staying at Napoli. Jadon Sancho is to Chelsea. So here we go. Who else? Oh yeah, Trevor Chalobah is going to a loan deal for Crystal Palace. So yeah, there we go. So Lukaku, we know he's going to Napoli. I think Strasbourg was looking for David Washington, but the deal is off. Broja to Ipswich Town, I think he's still on, but I'm not sure. Um, if it's any more than that. 1 minute. I can see there's an audio. I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, it's me. My bad, my bad, my bad. So yeah, anything else? I think yeah, I talked about Trevor Chalobah. I've talked about Jadon Sancho. I've talked about Victor. Yeah, Ivan 20 is not going to happen. I think that's it. Oh yeah, Sterling as well. Let me not forget about Sterling. So Sterling is getting really, really close here to be signing for Arsenal on a loan deal with obligation to buy. So it's going to be a loan deal, and then if Arsenal like Raheem Sterling, they'll want to buy him. So there we go. So I spoke to Charlene. She's happy with Sterling. I mean, would Saka get some rest because he's their best he's best Arsenal player, but you can see that sometimes he can get a bit of an injury. So the big question is, will we be able to stay fit and will Sterling come in to be a backup? We're gonna have to wait and see. But many Arsenal fans like him. If Sterling wants to go to Arsenal, let him. Let him because Sterling, like I said, has been good enough for Chelsea. Yes, he has some good moments, but he hasn't been great for Chelsea because more than 300 grand a week. And when it comes to decision making, he just can't do it. He just can't do it. So that's why, to me, yeah, Sterling, him going to Arsenal, would he be like Kai Havertz and do good, or would he just be like Sterling from Chelsea? We're gonna have to wait to see, but it's getting close though. So if there's any more Sterling news, I will keep you up to date. So we all know that Cherry Challenbar is on loan to Crystal Palace. Ivan Tony to Chelsea is not gonna happen. Who else? Jadon Sancho is a new Chelsea player. Sterling to Arsenal close. Victor Osimhen was still in for him, but it looks like he's most likely to stay. So the honest better hurry up. Time is running out. The deadline day ends in about 39 minutes time. 11 o'clock here in the UK and 12 a.m. in European time. So these owners better hurry up. They better hurry up. So there we go. Okay, I've got some news to tell you. So, no agreement between Victor Osimhen and Chelsea, even after new proposal presented 2 years ago. So, listen, they did their best, but it looks like he's going to be staying for Napoli. So, Victor doesn't want to cut his Napoli salary too much. So, listen, these owners may have tried, but you had plenty of time in the summer transfer window to get Victor Osimhen, and then you bottled it. You bottled it, you know? You could have at least told Victor Osimhen, yeah, we're gonna pay you that 250 grand a week or something like that. But they said no. I do understand they don't like increase his salary, but you could have convinced. You could have the one thing we should have been focused on is a striker. Then we can focus on getting a midfielder, a winger, a goalkeeper, and maybe a defender. But instead we took way too long, and this is what happened. So this Ukumi team's an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. So I predict Chelsea to finish in fifth. I've doubts that we're gonna fail again. So there we go. So we're gonna have to wait to see what happens. But yeah, it is what it is. So selling to Chelsea looks like it's gonna happen. But Jadon Sancho to Chelsea, so here we go. So there we go. All right, guys. So while the clock down timer is still going on, let me give you my prediction for this weekend's game week 3. So without further ado, here we go. All right, so the first game is a lunchtime kickoff, and it's at the Emirates Stadium. And by the way, my good friend Shani will be at the Emirates Stadium, so her leg is better now. So big up to her. And they'll be facing Brighton. Now, of course, Brighton do have a good record at the Emirates Stadium. In the last 5 games at the Emirates Stadium in all competitions, Brighton have beaten 3 of them, 3 in a row. Last season Arsenal beat them 2-0, but in the League Cup they've lost. In the Premier League, they've lost twice. And yeah, before that, in 2021, at the end of the season, they've beaten them. So Brighton do have a good record at the Emirates Stadium. But listen, Marino is injured, so that's going to be a huge blow. But listen, Arteta is a better manager than the Brighton one. They still got quality. They still got quality players like with Saka, Declan Rice. So I think Arsenal will go there and get another win. And I feel like they will keep another clean sheet. But I do have this feeling Brighton will score. But listen, with that two centre backs of William Saliba and Gabriel, and with that David Raya, who made that big save against Aston Villa, I feel like Arsenal will keep another clean sheet. And let's not forget, Arsenal and Liverpool are the only two teams here to not only be unbeaten, but to not to concede. So there we go. So I think Arsenal are going to win this game 2-0. And I'm going to go for the same one as last season. Charlene predicted a 3-0 Arsenal win. So there we go. So I think it's going to be 2-0. The goal scorers, I'm going to go for Trossard to score and Kai Havertz to score as well. So I'm going to go for an Arsenal 2-0 win against Brighton. Let me just can't wait for the breeze from the club masterpiece. This wage and that we are happy. What did they say? Fans will lap it up. Sign at least a deal. Well, it's the wage man. That's the reason why we're not going to get him. So Disappointing, man. Disappointing, but we'll see what happens. Right. The next game is Brentford versus Southampton, of course. Southampton have lost 2 games in a row and they didn't even score. Whereas for Brentford, they got that win against Crystal Palace. And who did they play next? Who did they play last? Let me try and remember. Um, yeah, Liverpool, and they lost 2-0. So for me, I think Brentford will bounce back because Southampton, they won against Newcastle, but didn't take their chances. Against Nottingham Forest, they weren't that great. Yes, they had a couple of chances, but Nottingham Forest dominated possession. They had clear-cut chances, so Nottingham Forest deserved to win. So, and I predicted Southampton to finish in 17th. So if Southampton doesn't and get it sorted, then I think for me, I'll change my mind to predict them to be relegated. So yeah, so listen, I think Brentford will bounce back. So I'm going to predict them to win 2-0 because I think it's going to be another game where Southampton don't score and they don't win. So, and by the way, they're in the relegation zone as it stands right now. So yeah. Whereas for Brentford, I think for me they'll bounce back. So it's at the G2 in this danger, which is still a difficult place to go to. So I'm gonna go for 2-0. The goal scorers, I'm gonna go for Wissap. I'm not sure what's happening to Neil Mope, but it looks like he's going to Marseille. So not sure he's the other goal scorer, but I think Brentford are gonna win 2-0 as that one as well. And then the next game we have got. Oh yeah, let me see if there's any comments while I'm live. Oh, Josh Boggis, sorry, my bro. Big up to you. Hola, hola. How are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, and let me know your predictions as well. Let me know in the comments in the live chat. Exactly, exactly. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, the next one is Everton versus Bournemouth. Of course, Everton are in the bottom because they conceded 7 goals and they didn't score any. For Bournemouth though, Bournemouth, who they faced on the oh yeah, they faced Nottingham Forest and they drew. And they faced who else? Newcastle and they drew as well. So listen, that Bournemouth game, I was robbed of 3 points. I was robbed of 3 points because that goal that Bournemouth scored, I forgot the player. They disallowed it. To me, that is shocking. That is like Bournemouth got robbed because I predicted 2-1 and I should have gotten at least 3 points because there is no way on God's earth that's a handball. It hit him on the shoulder. Like, let me guys show you this, yeah. This I remember in the wall. Let me just this from here to here is a handball. But from here to here is not a handball unless they change the rules because I seriously don't know what a handball is anymore. I seriously don't get it. Like I saw an image. I remember when what you did the handball and the referee didn't give it, and I showed the image. Like if you wear a short sleeve from here to here, sorry, not a handball, but then from here to here is a handball. So I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. But listen, Bournemouth have drawn 2 games, so listen, they're gonna go away to Goodison Park. So Everton, never the best opponents. So unfortunately for them, I think Bournemouth are gonna win this game, and I'm gonna go for 1-0 because I don't think Bournemouth are gonna do what Tottenham did and what Brighton did because of that draw. But I think they're going to cause more mission on Everton. So, and I heard some fans saying Sean Dyche out, and I don't blame them. But listen, it's early days. But if Everton don't tend to do well this season and they still in the relegation zone, then maybe they have a right to call to say Sean Dyche out. But listen, it's early days still. So we've only got 35 games games to go to. So for now, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Bournemouth win. And the only goal scorer, I'm gonna go for Jess Billing to score for Bournemouth. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Bournemouth win. Right, the next one is Fulham versus Ipswich Town. Of course, Ipswich Town lost 2 games in a row. They lost their opening home game against Liverpool, and they lost 4-1 against Man City. And by the way, they took the lead. But listen, that goalkeeper of Ipswich Town, when Arnold scored those goals, is absolutely criminal. Criminal. Like, why out of your box? Like, seriously, your team are 1-0 up, and then you can see the penalty, and then the second goal, you're out of your line. Like, Man City scored 3 goals in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. It was an absolute disgrace. So that's why you can see why I predicted Ipswich Town to be relegated. So there we go. So listen, Portman Road, will they get their first win, especially at home? We're gonna have to wait and see. But listen, Fulham did well against Leicester City. Tough game. I did say 2-1, so I got that. So I got the 3 points. So there we go. So for this game, I think it's going to be another tight game. I think Ipswich Town will score, but I think Fulham are going to get another win. So of course, they're away and from home. They lost against Manchester United, but Ipswich Town didn't have a great start. So for this game, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Fulham win. Ipswich Town goal scorer, I'm gonna go for Murray Hutchinson for Fulham. I'm gonna go for a double try your way and Emil Smith Rowe because he scored at home. Let's see if he can score away from home. So Arsenal through and through. Arsenal you know, um, favorite player. So let's see what he can do. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Fulham win. Let me see if there's any comments. Not okay. Here we go. Yep, Jamison Will. Sancho is a here we go. Is a here we go. Arsenal 3-0. Yeah, that's what Shining also predicted as well. So there we go. Is there any more news to predict to say? Um, Exactly. Exactly. It's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace. So that's why these owners and Kumin team have got to take themselves to blame. But I will get to the transfer as soon as I can. But I just need to predict. You go for Liverpool 3-0. I think that's oh, Liverpool 3-0 against Manchester United. Oh, I'm gonna get to that one in just a moment. But you think Liverpool are gonna go to Old Trafford to win? That's an interesting one. So interesting one. But I will get to that one and I'll give you my prediction on that one in a moment. But yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Fulham. Right, we've got a Midlands derby, East versus West. Leicester City versus Aston Villa. Of course, Leicester City lost against Fulham, and they've drawn on the opening day of the season against Tottenham. So Aston Villa, they beat West Ham about 2-1, but they did lose 2-0 against Arsenal at home. I have to tell you, if yeah, if if Ollie Watkins could have been clinical in this game because he missed two clear-cut chances, it could have been a totally different game. Totally different game. Now, listen, Arsenal were clinical and they deserve to win because they've been more clinical than Aston Villa. But if Ollie Watkins would have scored that chance, they could have been, different game. Could have been a very different game. So, but listen, I think Aston Villa will bounce back for me because Leicester City, they're a good team, but Aston Villa under Una Emery, they're in the Champions League. They still got the likes of Ollie Watkins, that new player in the midfield that absolutely bossed Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. So they still got really good players, Ian Matson as well. Aston Villa still got good players. So for this game in the Midlands Derby, I think I'm gonna go for a Villa win of 3-1 because they will bounce back um after that 2-0 defeat. And for Leicester City, let's see if they what they did in the second half against Tottenham, let's see if they can do it for the whole 90 minutes because facing Villa, either home and away, it's not gonna be an easy. Oh, Adama, a doorway to Wolves has been completed. So that's another transfer window news update from our good friend Fabrizio Romano. And also, Manal Kunde to AC to Roma, has also been completed as well. So that just came up about a minute ago. So there we go. But yeah, back to this. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Aston Villa win against Leicester City. So there we go. The goal scorers for Leicester City, I'm gonna go for Jamie Vardy. Aston Villa, I'm gonna go for Ollie Watkins to score twice, and then Juwan to score as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Leicester win. Lissell Jay Lacelso is back from World Betis from Spurs, so he's just signed as a World Betis player. So if you're a Spurs fan, let me know how you feel about this deal. So there we go. But yeah, 3-1 to Leicester City is going to be my prediction. Any more in the chat? Liverpool 3-0. Okay, nothing yet. So just give me your predictions. Let me know in the chat right now what you think of that game. Now we've got another East Mid sorry, a Midlands derby. Nottingham Forest against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, of course, Wolves got a heavy defeat against Chelsea, and it lost as well 2-0 against Arsenal the opening day. So, Wilfred Zaha to Leon deal has been confirmed. So Wilfred Zaha is now Leon player. So that's interesting. That is interesting. So there we go. Nottingham Forest against Wolves. Nottingham Forest, these in the Cowboy Cup, did manage to beat lost against Newcastle on penalties at home. And they even got a draw against Bournemouth. So listen, will Wolves bounce back after those two defeats? We're gonna have to wait and see. But in terms of this game, I might go for a draw because the way Wolves have got good players but got destroyed by Chelsea last weekend, which I didn't expect. I just feel like they're gonna drop points again, but I feel like they're gonna get a point this time instead of 0 points. So yeah, for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw between Nottingham Forest and Wolves. So there we go. Um, I'm gonna go Forest, the goal scorer. I'm gonna go for Adebayo. For Wolves, I'm gonna go for that Chinese player. I forgot his name. But I'm gonna go for him to score as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw between Nottingham Forest and Wolves for that game. Right, we move on into Saturday Night Football. West Ham United versus Manchester City. 5:30 p.m. kickoff for that one. Of course, West Ham beat Crystal Palace in London Derby 2-0, but they did lose Aston Villa on the opening day of the season, and they did manage to beat Bournemouth and go to the next round just about. They just about to do that. With Manchester City, they're unbeaten, in all competitions. Like they beat Chelsea 2-0 on the opening day. They destroyed Ipswich Town 4-1. So yeah, listen, I remember when Erling Haaland got his debut against West Ham and even scored, was it 1 or 2 goals or something like that? So there we go. So for me, I don't see none other than a Man City win of 3-1 because I think West Ham will score, but I think Man City still got the quality. I'm not sure if Rodri is back, but they still got Haaland that can score goals, Body that can be the provider. They still got Savio, who's a wicked player, Jeremy Doku. Man City got good quality players, so I feel for West Ham. So I'm going to go for a Man City uh 3-1 win against West Ham United at the London Stadium tomorrow. Because many Arsenal fans hoping that Man City will drop points, but I definitely don't see that happening, to be honest. So I'm going to go for a 3-1. West Ham goal scorer, I'm going to go for Mikel Antonio. For Man City, I'm going to go for Haaland to score twice and Kane Tubani to score as well. So Haaland to score a brace and Kane Tubani to score a long range shot as well. So I'm going to go for, that's going to be my prediction, a 3-1 Manchester City win. Oh God, guys, let me just go and quickly charge my phone because it is getting low and I don't miss any updates. Give me a minute. All right, there we go. Ganacho, what's this guy saying? Chelsea made the final offer this evening. Oh, okay. Here we go, guys. So from Chelsea Dodgers. So Chelsea made Osherman final offer this evening. Have still knocked yard from 20 minutes to the deadline. So they were signed to deal being off. Chelsea are still waiting for the final decision from Victor Osimhen. So, guys, with about 20 minutes to go, Victor Osimhen needs to make his decision. Does he say yes or does he say no? For the next 20 minutes, we're going to have to wait and see. If there's nothing yet, then he's going to stay. But if he does say yes, then that's going to be a huge choice because we definitely do need a striker. So there we go. But yeah, Man City 3-1 to West Ham is going to be my prediction. Now, before I move on into the next game, let me just have a look. Man City 2-1. I feel like that's what my friend Shining is also predicted. Oh, but guys, okay, the breaking news is that Victor Osimhen deal is off. Chelsea's destination is flying back. So, guys, boy, Jemison Wills, the deal is off. The deal is off. So, Victor Osimhen is not going to Chelsea. So, that is it. So, yeah, let me just share it on the screen for you guys so that. Flipping hell. Yep, it looks like we're not going to get a striker. So, let me share this one instead. So, guys, let me share the screen 1 minute. So, yeah, and let me put myself back. Actually, no, no, you guys, I think you guys can still see me. So, yeah, no, let me do it like this. There we go. Or let me move. Let me move like this. So, yeah, as you can see, um, the deal is off. So it looks like Victor Osimhen is not going to Chelsea. So, guys, it's over. It is over. It is over. So yeah, after this, I'll be speaking on what I think about the window, what I rate out of 10, and yeah, it's just embarrassing, man. It really is embarrassing. So yeah, man, the deal is off. So there we go. But yeah, before I move, so yeah, let me move on into Super Sunday's games. So there we go, and we've got three of them. So yeah, the first game is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Wait, did they change the time just now? The deal is off. Yeah, 1 minute. I'm I'm wait, is the Liverpool game at not 4:30? 1 minute, guys. Yeah, got it. Premier League. Um, more matches. Yeah, okay. So, guys, what you see on the screen is not the white yeah, it's not the right timing. It's at 1:30 p.m. kickoff. So there we go. So yeah, Chelsea Crystal Palace, Stamford Bridge, 1:30 p.m. kickoff. Of course, we have a good record against Crystal Palace. The last time Crystal Palace won at Stamford Bridge was 2017, and the last time they've ever beat Chelsea in the Premier League was 2017, and that was like 2-0 win under Antonio Conte. And guess what? That was 7 years ago. Ever since then, we have won against Crystal Palace 13 times in a row, which is more than which is our best win and winning one against any opponent, which is Crystal Palace. So there we go. So listen, against the Vets yesterday, it was poor. It was it was it was it was embarrassing. It was disgusting. It was disgraceful. The display was poor. The pitch was bad. The players didn't, we've lost, but we just managed to scrape for an aggregate. And yeah, but listen, there was no Neto. I'm not using an excuse, but Neto wasn't there. Palmer didn't start. Madueke did, but Jackson didn't start. Caicedo didn't start. There was no Kukuea. There was nothing. So listen, we still should have beat Servette, but it was poor and was embarrassing. But listen, Neto didn't start, so I expect him to start tomorrow. I mean on Sunday. So listen, I feel like and I feel like this manager hopefully will put that same lineup as we did against Wolves, especially in the second half. So listen, Crystal Palace may do something, but listen, they haven't been that great this season. They lost 2 games in a row, and they don't have a good record against Chelsea. So at Stamford Bridge, I expect the performance to be much better than the Servette game. I expect the atmosphere to be better because the last 2 home games it's just been really poor. Yeah, I expect the manager to like keep it the same like we did against Wolves, but instead of starting Mudrick, let's start in Neto instead. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So for this game on Sunday, I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Chelsea win because that's what we always tend to do against Crystal Palace, where there's a home and away. So I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Chelsea win. For Crystal Palace goal scorer, might go for Eze or maybe Mateta. For Chelsea goal scorer, I'm gonna go for Madueke, Cole Palmer, and João Felix to score. So those are going to be my goal scorers for that game on Sunday. So yeah, 3-1 Chelsea. Let's hope that we can get our first home win under Enzo Wesker because we did do that in the Conference League, but not in the Premier League because he lost 2-0 against Man City that time. So there we go. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-1 Chelsea win on that one. Right. I'm going to move on into Newcastle versus Tottenham Hotspur. Like Tottenham don't have a good record at St. James Park. The last two times they went there, they have conceded 10 goals and only scored one. In 2023, it was 6-1 to Newcastle. And I remember they conceded 4 goals in 20 minutes. Or is it 5 goals in 20 minutes? I can't remember. And then and then Tottenham did score from Harry Kane, but Newcastle scored their sixth goal. You know what I mean? And then I believe last season it was 4-0. And did I and Mickey Van de Ven did slip, but did Newcastle score like 2 goals in like a couple of minutes? Let me have a look. Let me look through my phone. 1 minute. Because I remember it was 4-0 to Newcastle at that time. Let me just have a look. Was it the same thing as the 6-1? Let me have a look. Newcastle. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was 2 goals in 2 minutes. So yeah, it was different, but it's kind of like the quickest one. And I remember Mickey van der Ven, slipped that one 2 times. So there we go. But listen, Newcastle haven't been their best so far this season because against Southampton, they only beat the 1-0. Against Bournemouth, they were lucky to get a point because that goal at the end was an absolute disgrace. So Newcastle have been their best. Whereas for Tottenham, against Leicester City, they drew. But in the first half, if they would took those chances, they would have been more clinical. The game against Everton, they absolutely destroyed them. So fair play to them. But listen, going to James Park still ain't been that easy because Southampton went there, had their chances, but they just failed. They just failed, and Newcastle beat them, and they were down to 10 men. And by the way, like I said, that was not a wake off from Fabian Chincher. So yeah, he missed the game against Bournemouth. He's going to miss the game against Tottenham. And after the international break, he'll miss that game and he will be back. So there we go. For this game, I'm gonna go for a Newcastle win, but I'm only gonna go for 2-1 because I don't think they're gonna destroy Tottenham like they usually done. But if they do, then I'll be very happy because I want to see Tottenham get sacrificed and put in a split by Newcastle again. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't think it's gonna happen. I think Newcastle are gonna win, but I don't think they're gonna have any, you know, good depth to like beat Tottenham, to score like 3 or more goals like they did before. So it depends if Ange Postecoglou cannot do a high line because he did that last season. He got exposed. So we have to see what happens. And will Mickey Van de Ven do that slip again? We're gonna have to wait and see. But listen, I don't think it's gonna be a spanking for Tottenham. But I think they will go to Newcastle and going to lose again. So I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Newcastle United win. Before I move on into the big game, let me just see if there's any more comments. So there we go. Yeah, no Osimhen to Chelsea. Chelsea 4-1. I like that. I like that. So yeah, Ivan Tony and Victor Osimhen, they're not going to Chelsea. So unfortunately, we're done. We're done. No prolific striker, no nothing. So yeah, well done, Ekbali Winstanley. This is the reason why I told you. This is why the reason why I said that these owners are simply embarrassing because you spend so much time here on and focusing on Victor Osimhen and cannot get the deal done. It's embarrassing, man. It really is embarrassing. So there we go. Newcastle 1-1. I think that's Shining predicted that as well. I think she went for 1-1 or something. But yeah, I don't know, but she went for Newcastle 1-1 as well. So there we go. But I think I'm going to go for 2-1. It is going to be a tight game, But I think Tottenham, but I don't think they're going to destroy Tottenham like they did last season and the season before that. So I'm going to go for 2-1. All right, guys, we've got about 10 minutes to go until the deadline, until the transfer window shuts down here in the UK. So I'm going to spend this time to give you my final prediction for the big game, the battle of the Dutch bold managers, Manchester United versus Everton Hawk. Of course, Eric Ten Hag was the manager for Ajax, and Andre Slot was the manager. I believe it was PSV or something like that. Let me just have a look. Let me just have a look. 1 minute. And this is Andre Slot's biggest and tough test for him, and his first derby as well, because it's the Northwest Derby. Northwest Derby. So there we go. Let me just see. Yeah, Fenyard. That's it, Fenyard. He was the former manager for Fenyard, which is also in the Dutch league as well. So there we go. So yeah, this is big game for Andre Slot. So listen, I think I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. You know why? It's because Liverpool, yes, they've been unbeaten. Yes, they didn't concede goals, but they faced Ipswich Town, who are a newly appointed team, and expect you to beat them. In the first half, Liverpool won that great. In the second half, they were a bit better. In a game against Brentford, they did win, but they had so many chances. Yeah, the likes of Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Gravenberch, too many chances. Yeah, and they hit the crossbar and shred the goalkeeper off target. So Liverpool have been their best. But listen, that slot ball is amazing to watch because it's one touch, one pass, to every player, and just try and make sure that there's only a few attacking players in the penalty box, and we'll see what happens. So slot sport is a beautiful to watch, but unfortunately, they haven't been that, you know, that clinical like they did on the Jurgen Klopp. But they're still unbeaten, though. They're still unbeaten. The reason why I also went for 2T is because, listen, I know that Man United lost against Brighton, but they weren't that bad, especially in the second half. If Security didn't touch that in, it could have been a totally different game. Could have been a totally different game, but it's our Old Trafford as well. So let's not forget, Man United have a good record. Like Everton Hog, ever since he came in for Manchester United, he has a good record against Liverpool. He only lost there once, and that was that 7-0 spanking in his first Manchester in 2023. Or is it 2022? Yeah, it was 2022. They beat them 2-1 at Old Trafford. Then in the FA Cup last season, they beat them 4-3. And in the Premier League last season, they drew to them 2-2. So Harry Ten Hag have only lost one game um, against Liverpool in all competitions. So I believe it's like two wins. So two wins, two draws, and one loss. Yeah, so two wins, two draws, and one loss for Man United, because last season Liverpool, with the quality they got under Jurgen Klopp, they couldn't beat them in all competitions. The last one was that 7-0, like I said, in 2023. So the question is, will Liverpool get revenge, or will Manchester United continue to have that great record against Liverpool at Old Trafford? So we're gonna have to wait and see, man. I think I'm gonna go for 2-2, but I'm really hoping that Man United. I really hope that Liverpool go out there and destroy them. Even though my good friend Charlene wants Man United to win 2-1 because they want Liverpool to drop points. But to be honest with you, I feel Liverpool will drop points, but I see them at least getting a point. So that's what I'm going to go for Desmond 2-2. It should be a good game because Man United and Liverpool, when it comes to trophies, they're close. When it comes to Liverpool, they're first in terms of the biggest club in England, and Man United are in second. So that's why this is a huge game. Super Sunday, 4 o'clock p.m. kickoff. I'm certainly looking forward to that one. So unfortunately, I won't be doing a live watch along because I will be doing a match reaction, but I will be watching the game, and maybe Sunday night. I will be telling you guys how that game went. So make sure you guys check on that one. But yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-2 draw between Manchester United and Liverpool. The goal scores for that one. Oh yeah, the Tottenham goal scorer. I'm gonna go for Son for Newcastle. I'm gonna go for Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon to score as well. For Manchester United, I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go Bruno Fernandes to score and Security to score as well. For Liverpool, I'm gonna go for Mo Salah and Luis Diaz has been looking good for Liverpool as well. So but I think Jota will score. So I'm going to go for Mo Salah and Diogo Jota to score for Liverpool. So I think in that game, Liverpool will be 2-0 up and they just ball it to make it 2-2. So I think that's how the game went. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw between Manchester United and Liverpool in this huge derby in the Northwest. So there we go. Um, all right, guys. So Raheem Sterling medical test is ongoing. So if he does well, he will become an Arsenal player just for this season because he's going to be on loan. It is going to be on loan. So there we go. So Raheem Sterling to Arsenal looking like more possibilities. So there we go. So Arsenal fans, if you're in the chat, let me know how you feel about that one because I spoke to Charlene earlier today, and yeah, she's happy maybe not that much, but she's a bit happy because maybe I asked her if she can be a backup for Saka. Well, she said yes, but it looks like Trossard could be playing as a striker and Gabriel Martinelli will be starting. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. Medical test are booked. So over the next 4 minutes, we'll see if the medical test is done. So there we go. All right, guys. So that's all my predictions. Let me go through them one more time. So Saturday's games, I've gone for an Arsenal 2-0 win against Brighton, a Brentford 2-0 win against Southampton, a 1-0 Bournemouth win against Everton, 2-1 win for Fulham against Ipswich Town, then a 3-1 Aston Villa win against Leicester City in the Midlands Derby, then a 1-1 draw between Forest and Wolves in the Midlands Derby as well. Then I predicted a Man City 1-0 win against West Ham, 5:30 p.m. kickoff for that one Saturday night football. Now I've gone for a Chelsea 3-1 win against Crystal Palace, a 2-1 Newcastle in against Tottenham, and last and not least, the big one, the Northwest Derby. I've gone for a Manchester United and Liverpool Desmond 2-2 draw in that game at Old Trafford on Super Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. kickoff. So there we go. So, guys, that is all my Premier predictions for game week number 3. So there we go. So now what's left for me to do is to give you guys the timer. So as you can see, you've got less than 2 minutes to go. So listen, when it's over, I'll be giving you guys my overall transfer window, how I weight it out of 10, and what's good about the window, what's bad about the window as well. So there we go. But guys, I'm gonna give you the final thoughts for Chelsea, and then we're gonna end it from there. So Victor Osimhen to Chelsea, the deal is off. So he's going to be likely to be staying for Napoli for this time. So he's going to be disappointing. Um, Ivan Tony, Chelsea were linked to him, but the deal is going to go to Saudi Arabia. So he's going to be there for next season. Crystal Palace have agreed with Chelsea to have Trevor Chalobah as the loan deal for this season. So if he turns out to do well, then then Chelsea will allow Crystal Palace to buy him. But if not, Chelsea will allow him to stay. Colin Chukwuemeka was getting closer to be joining what is it, Manchester United, but it looks like he's most likely to stay. So that's great news. Jadon Sancho to Chelsea is a here we go with a loan deal and obligation to buy for Jadon Sancho. So it looks like Raheem Sterling to Arsenal could happen. And also Mudryk is going to be staying for Chelsea as it stands right now. Emmanuel Brozier was going to Ipswich Town. The deal was off because of the medical, but it looks like the deal was returning. But as what I'm hearing right now, it looks like Brozier will be staying for Chelsea, and same thing goes for Mikhailo Mudryk as well. So that's all the transfer news. So let's do a countdown: 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the transfer window is open. There's no so any team trying to buy any players, you can't do that because it's 11 o'clock here in the UK and it's 12 a.m. in Central European time. So the transfer window is now over. So there we go, guys. So it's done. It is done. So the transfer window is ending. So yeah, Sterling is okay. Sterling to Arsenal is a good one. You think so? Okay, well, Shani has said this as well. So let's see how he can do. Can he do well for Arsenal? Like he can he perform like he did for Manchester City? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, that is all my Premier predictions, and that's the transfer window done. So that's all the news I can give you. And yeah, so in fact, it's getting pretty a bit late, so I'll probably have to save the my thoughts on the transfer window for Chelsea when I'm doing my match preview tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to save that one because he's getting late at night, and also my grandpa is also sleeping, so I don't wake him up. And I don't wake my brothers up as well. So guys, I will save I will be talking about how I feel about the transfer window when I do my preview tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, guys, there you go. Sancho to Chelsea is done. Sterling is having a medical. Connie is staying. Um, who else? Bojo is staying for Ipswich. Victor Osimhen is off. Ivanton is going to Saudi Arabia. Um, you know, there's many players that Kepa is the new Southampton goalkeeper alone. David Washington wanted to go to Strasbourg, but the deal is off. The say goes to Connie Chukwuemeka, but he's staying. Who else? Petrovic is on loan. So he's going as well. Lukaku is the Napoli player, so Conte is going to be happy, but Victor Osimhen isn't. Who else am I missed? I think that's it. We saw some players on loan to many different countries. I've forgotten who. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for now. So Sterling is gone. Um Petrovic is gone. Trevor Chalobah is gone. Who else? Boja, not sure about him. Who else? I think that's it for now. So yeah, the players that we bought in: Neto, Felix, Jaden Sancho, who else? Tosin, who else have we bought in? Mark Guru, um, Vega as well, Kieran Behold, as well. Who else have we bought in? I think that's it. Yeah, we tried to sign Duem, but it looks like that one is off. Oh yeah, Ian Matson is off to Aston Villa as well on loan. So there we go. I think that's it for now. Yeah, Petrovic is gone. Not sure about the other goalkeepers. And I think that's it for now. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So if there's anyone I missed, I will be talking about that in my match preview. But listen, guys, the transfer window is done. And yeah, so guys, let me know in the comments down below if you're a Chelsea fan, and Arsenal fan. Let me know how you feel about your transfer window. What you give it out of 10? And I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on it tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out. But guys, it's done. The transfer window is shut. It is done. So yeah, no striker for Chelsea, which is disappointing. But we'll see what happens until from now on until January transfer window. So there we go. I'll be joining Charlene tomorrow morning as well. So yeah, guys, Charlene will also be live at about 9 a.m. in the UK time to preview the Brighton game. So make sure you guys check that out. And yeah, she will be at the Emirates Stadium. The post-match reaction. Not sure what time she's going to be there, but yeah, man, I will be joining her as well. So if you guys want to like you know join Charlene's channel, make sure you go to YouTube, type in Charlene Smith, and there you can subscribe and also like the video as she does videos and live stream as well. So there we go. But yeah, guys, I will be joining her as well, and Just Buggies will be joining Charlene Smith as well. So and guys, next Friday, I will be doing my full fit over on Charlene's channel. So make sure you guys check that out. But guys, there we go. So yeah, it's done. Preview coming up tomorrow. live watch along and match action on Sunday. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, big up to Josh Buggies and big up to Jameson Wills for joining, and big up to all of you that joined the stream as well. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bonus notification as well. Share this to all the people that you know, so that if they missed it, you can guys can go back and watch it on replay. And yeah, so guys, deadline transfer daily is now done, and I gave you guys my game week 3 prediction. So all it's left for me to do is to say have a great night's sleep, enjoy the rest of the games, and I catch you guys again tomorrow for the Chelsea vs Crystal Palace match preview. So as always, guys, take care of yourselves. Goodbye, God bless, and I catch you guys again very soon. As always.